I love this part. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sister Charlene Muhammad, and peace be unto you. Today, we present on Liberated Sisters Part 2, but I think this might have been his third time with us so far, of I Bear Witness. This is his experience with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Wills. We're talking about the Nation of Islam's official will watcher, Brother Arvence Muhammad. Brother Arvence is a member of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's executive team. We call them affectionately the E team. And we're going to find out a little bit about him and what's this experience. I do want to say our experiences. Brother has documented facts and he has really remarkable testimony. And what he's going to share with us, I would like us to think of it in context of, oh, and by the way, we're here on the Closing the Gap Broadcast Network, but he's going to share it in context. And I want us to think about it of what's happening with the United States government's now not able to hide anymore the reality of what had been known as UFOs, which we know is the will, the mothership and the baby planes, these so-called unidentified flying objects. And also our brother, student minister Ilya Rashad of Muhammad Mosque number 55 in Memphis. He has been on a tour with his documentary, part 2 of it, called Answered, right? And so and there's much more. Dr. Wesley Muhammad has research that he has been putting out about this phenomena, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has told us about this, brought us the knowledge and fact of this. So without further delay, let us bring in Brother Arvence Muhammad, our special guest for today. Brother Arvence, Assalamu alaikum. And I think you're in studio, but I see a black screen. So I'm not sure if I'm doing something on my end.
I can see.
Okay, so I can't see you. Let me take you out of the studio and bring you back in. I mean, not in studio, but add you to the stage. Let's see. I see you big as day. It's amazing. Hold on. There's our beautiful brother. Assalamu alaikum. So clearly a delay. I'm experiencing them on my end. Let me plug up. But Brother Arvence, tell us some more about yourself. When did you join the Nation of Islam?
I joined the Nation in the year 2000 here in Chicago at the age of 9.
Just a few years ago.
Yeah.
You were 19?
Yes, I was 19 years old. 1 year fresh out of high school. I started studying the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad when I was in 6th grade. And
wow.
It wasn't until 6th grade, after I started studying the life-giving teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that I actually found out what it was that I seen when I was 5 years old.
Wow.
So at 5 years old, I had my first experience with these baby planes, what people call UFOs, broad daylight, no clouds in the sky, come down low over the street, follow us. The actual ship, not a light. So the ship was like a shiny stainless steel color,
Wow.
and I could see it was early in the morning, so I could see the sun shining off of the right side of the ship. And it wasn't too big. It was maybe like the size of an 18-wheeler trailer, something like that. And
Wow.
the shape of it, like a bowl upside down on both ends. It was shaped like that, but there was a more streamlined shape to it. It wasn't bulky. It was more thin and had a small lip around it. But I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Wow. And you were 5. Yeah, you do, because it's very detailed, very descriptive of what you're saying. And you were 5, so that just stuck with you. Um, and you were with relatives.
Yes, my two sisters sitting in between my two sisters. They wouldn't let me sit next to the window. I was too young. My mother, my birth mother, was in the passenger side. Her friend was the guy. He was drunk. He was driving. I was more afraid of him than I was than I
Wow.
was when people call UFOs. I just knew I was like, this man. I never seen him sober a day in my life. I remember that. So I mean,
Did he
barely
see the
walked straight driving. So
that
I
is,
just knew we were going to die because of him. But I wasn't afraid when I seen the baby thing come. I was excited. I wasn't afraid. I was the only one that wasn't afraid.
you were 5. Did he see them? Did he see it? Pardon me.
Yes, he did because he said, "Y'all got me seeing stuff." He was scared. He thought he was seeing stuff because he was dry. I remember that. I remember that.
You have a very funny remark. I knew that. Let me ask you, as we continue, I remember you said that one of your sisters, was it? They didn't want to talk about it at all after
Yes.
that. Has that
Yeah.
changed with the latest developments in terms of more and more people seeing them, reporting seeing them, the government, the congressional hearings, etc.?
No, I mean you have to accept it for what it is for yourself. I mean nobody else can make you accept it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's reality. If you're not ready to accept it, it'll be just like that man that told the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah.
Some people are just not ready. But at a
Uh,
certain point, Allah will force everyone to know
yeah.
because the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said that when he leaves, you will know that a man of God was in your midst. So what
Mm,
is it that the Lord of the worlds is about to do to force everybody? It don't matter who you are, what religion, rich, poor, none of that. None of that matters. Where God is concerned, none of that matters. He's in charge. He knows better. You don't.
right.
So whether
Right.
you accept it or not, that's on you. If you accept it, you can receive blessings from Him and be saved from the chastisement that's coming. If you
Mm,
don't, you're one of those who Allah says in the Quran, you will be lifeless bodies in the earth after you
mm,
get done. That's what
Allah
He.
forbid. Allah forbid. Allah forbid. Thank you. And I asked about her because, you know, people, as real as it is, when they see it and can experience it, probably think, oh, I'm not wrapped too tight. And that, I thought that might have given her some consolation, like, no, you were straight, sister, you were straight. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. When did you first start seeing them? When did you first, again, after that, see them, just in terms of when you were in the nation and had um, been taught or had more information about them, and you could put 2 and 2 together from when you were 5?
Yeah, so after I joined the nation in 2000, I was put to work immediately. I was trained to hold thoughts outside the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's home, the palace in Chicago. And that's where my experience inside of the nation began, at the palace. Many nights, I would hold thoughts overnight in the daytime. I lived right down the street. So I know whose house that is. I would stay down there a lot. I love being down there.
Yeah.
So at nighttime, these ships, these baby planes, what people call UFOs, will come to the home of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad at night. In the
Right.
sky, they will come in formations. I see them in rectangular shapes, oval shapes, triangular shapes, in actual spheres, like balls. I would
Wow.
see them come in formation. They would split up. They'll circle the palace and blink. And once they get to the north side of the palace, they turn to this big white ball of light and just sit there. I've seen a baby plane shoot over the palace, over the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's home at night, into a cloud, and the light continued in the cloud, and the piece of the cloud puffed out of the way. I saw that.
Wow.
I seen that down there. I seen the light down there. That's where my experiences began, at the palace. And from there, I've seen them at the mosque in the daytime once. I've seen them at the mosque several times at night. I've seen them at the farm almost pretty much every week now for 10 years straight.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I have documentation of all of that. And I printed out the last time I was here on your show was it November 28th or something like that? Since from November 28th up until just a few days ago, I printed out everything that happened. I printed out everything that happened. So I'm going to talk about them. And I made some photos of some real serious activity that had taken place. And it's written, it's documented in here. And Allah blessed me to be able to report this every week to the Messiah, because this is all dealing with him. It's not about Brother Arvence. Brother Arvence is the person who is relaying the message.
Wow.
That's it. You know, Brother Arvence is the bearers of witness, and all of us, we're bearers of witness of Allah and his messenger and the wisdom of Allah. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
You know, if we learn how to keep ourselves out of the way and keep Allah, God, in front and his messenger, we'll be all right.
We will survive. We'll be okay. Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings to everyone who is joining us. You can post your question or comment for Brother Arvence. I'll get to them. I think I have a delay. Brother Arvence, let me change my everyone, let me change my Wi-Fi connection and see if that can help with the delay. So I don't know if you can hear me, brother, but I need to change the Wi-Fi connection. One moment, okay? Because you were talking, I could see it, but I couldn't hear it.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. I pray that's better.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I pray that that's better. So what were you saying? I apologize, the last few sentences.
Oh, yes. Everything, I've been reporting everything every week to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, everything that happens, because they are I'm talking about these human pilots of these ships. They're not aliens and grays. These are governments lying to you all. Don't believe that. Come to the Nation of Islam. We know the truth from Allah, God, and we're going to tell you everything. So these ships come to his home pretty much every week. And I'm blessed to be a witness and documentation. I have documentation of it for many, many years, almost every single week, every single month, every year. And I report everything to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan that happens. Sometimes he gives me feedback, sometimes he doesn't. And I mean, I do my best, and I pray to Allah to keep me humble and to help me to stay in my place. Because this is not about me. This is about us and our deliverance as a people, and the deliverance of everyone on our planet who desires a better way. There's a better way offering to you. There's a better way being offered to all of us. So as long as we accept what Allah and his messenger has to give to us, what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad has to give to us, what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has to give to us, we'll be all right. Because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been working hard, sacrificing his life for 69 years so far. 2025 will be 70 years of his work. And we already taught that mercy and grace will not exceed 70 years. And with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talking about his departure is now very close now. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that while he's gone, as long as we hang on to what he taught us, we'll be fine. We'll make it through.
Thank you, Brother Arvence. I wanted to just get you, as you were expounding on that, some greetings from the brothers and sisters. Welcome you all. Spread the word. Brother's about to share more as he just opened up with regarding this very crucial hour. And all of the activity increasingly with the baby planes and the wheel that he has been experiencing and seeing. So, Brother Arvence, I want to show one of the pictures that you sent me. I called it a string of pearls, kind of. But and anything else, if you have any dramas, of course you want to hold them up. But let's show one of the shots that you shared with me with everyone, and you can tell us about this. And I'm going to go out as you talk.
Yeah, so this was very shocking to me. From the beginning, one night I'm at the farm. I was getting ready to walk into the house for something I can't remember. But once I got to the steps of the home to get ready to walk into the door of the home, something stopped me. I felt something behind me. Something told me to turn around and look in the sky above the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan's house. So I turn around and I look, as Allah is my witness, there's no clouds in the sky at all, stars everywhere, beautiful clear night. There's this blue cloud thing coming towards the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan's house from behind his home. And I'm looking like, what is that? So I stood there and stared at it for a while, and it's traveling real slow. There's a blue cloud of light, literally. And as it gets close to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's home, the blue cloud morphs into a straight line. And as the straight line starts flying over the minister's home, in this picture is what I saw. I drew it out. There were these bright blue balls of light, one behind one another, and they got brighter and brighter and brighter. There was a long space in between the first part of the mini baby planes in the picture. There was a long space in between, an empty space, then another long line, then another long empty space, and there's one baby plane at the very end. I started counting them, right? At the very tip, I stopped counting at 13, just at the very tip of it. There were a lot. So before I got to the middle, I said, I'm not going to be able to count this many. I have to hurry up and call the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan's home and alert them, let them know what's going on, because this long line of baby planes, they didn't fly real fast. They flew real slow like this. They wanted us to see them, and they wanted us to call inside the minister's house. Real slow. I mean, they were creeping, real slow. And just in that first line of baby planes that you see, as a lot of it had to be at least 100 just in the first line. I couldn't even count them all. I just stopped. I said, you know what? I called one of the brothers at the house. I yelled his name, Hakeem. He come running outside. He said, I thought I was fighting or something. He come running outside. He said, what? I said, look. And I went to talk about, I said, look right there. And he was like, oh my God, he didn't even know what to do. It was so shocking. I told him, I said, call Mary Alice. Hurry up. So we got on the speakerphone. I said, Mary Alice, come outside. Hurry up. So she said, what's happening? What's how? I said, it's a lot of baby planes in a long line. Hurry up, come outside. So she runs outside. She was busy working, so she couldn't leave totally from the house. So she comes outside on the minister's front porch. From her viewpoint, there were a lot of trees in the way she couldn't see.
Wow.
So it's amazing. And I didn't catch it on video. It was so shocking. I mean, it just happened. I froze at first because this cloud thing morphed into a straight line, and it turned into this three long lines full of baby planes.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. So I alerted the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and his family. All of his daughters came out, but they had just left when they came out. And that was shocking. And some people may want to say, well, they look like Starlink satellites. Starlink satellite, first of all, inside of the Earth's atmosphere. Come on.
Wow.
Satellites don't inside. I saw it. This was about 25,000 feet in the sky. It wasn't way up there like that. This was pretty low for something like that. And Starlink satellite is not going to come in the form of a cloud and then morph into that. Satellites don't do that.
Yeah.
All right. So this whole Starlink satellite stuff, it has to stop. Then where were they in 1930? Come on. It has to stop. Starlink satellite started in 2017. Starlink is late. Elon Musk is late to the party. A lot of neat changes on these planes. They've been here.
That's right. People are learning.
Right, that was amazing. And this happened Saturday, December 30th at 6:39 p.m. I remember, I documented that. I have it written down. Would you like to hear it?
Yes. And you get a lot of wow. It's amazing.
Farm, Saturday, December 30th, 2023, 6:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, 6:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A long line of bright blue balls of light appear over the minister's house and slowly fly northeast. There were at least 100 baby planes in a row. Many of them were close together right behind one another, and some were spaced apart from one another. The line of baby planes appeared as a faint cloud of blue light, then brightened up so we could see them all one by one as they reshaped into a straight line. Myself and Brother Hakeem witnessed this together after I called him outside to see it. So that's what happened. And I didn't know that was going to happen because earlier that morning at 6:20 a.m., a baby plane came to the farm. But I didn't know that would happen that same night. I didn't know. So, I mean, they know where they're going. They know whose property they're flying over. They know whose property they're arriving to. They know this. They're coming for a reason. This is not an air show. This is not entertainment. You know, you have to elevate your mind and your spirit to the reality of who they are and why they're there, because you have to come to grips with reality, and you have to ask these pilots, mentally ask them, what is it that you want me to do with this? What do you want me to do? I ask them all the time. And the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan has been telling me what to do, but I still ask them, what is it that you want me to do? What is it that you want me to tell the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? I ask them all the time. People don't know this. Always ask, and I tell them, tell me what to do. I'm going to do it. Tell me.
Right.
So over the many years, I haven't really seen too many people with this spirit dealing with this, especially around the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah.
I pray to Allah to use me, and I pray to Allah to bless me to be one of the witnesses of the departure, because I'm telling everybody.
Yeah.
He told me to tell the world. I'm telling everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Brother Arvence, thank you so much. Let me give some of the comments. And if you have any questions, there is one I'm going to put it, but I just want you to see the brothers and sisters are tuning in and responding. And I have a question about this this line, you know, Sylvia Muhammad, I was blessed. She said, I was blessed the Saturday before Minister Jabril's janaza to see the same thing. Betty Maddox, I've been praying I will witness and see the baby planes. Sister Donna says, it's not an air show. She's reiterating what you're saying. It's not entertaining. Brother Trebor X, tell it from the mountaintop, bro. All praises due to Allah. Thank you all for tuning in and listening, and sharing your thoughts. Ask your questions here. We have run from Brother Hoyle that we'll put up pretty soon. Here's Sister Callie Muhammad. You were chosen to communicate. Yes, ma'am. I was thinking that too, because if you're a pure heart, you know, he started out talking about his humility, and I bear witness. You know, brother is so humble. Sister Donna, I never tire of hearing of his encounter with the 3 pilots. Does he mind sharing again? He will. Not yet, Brother Arvence. Not yet. Oh my God. That 3 pilot one? Hold on one second. Let me get Brother Harl's question. And then I just was trying to continue to wrap my mind around you seeing the cloud coming. And then it transforming or changing rather the formation into the the line. But go ahead, Brother Arvence.
Yeah, so the 3 pilots. I have what I thought was a dream, but the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan told me it wasn't a dream when I had the chance to explain this to him. So the vision went like this. Myself, the brother Famas Mariam, we're outside securing the area of this mansion, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is coming with his security team. The minister is about to meet with somebody. We don't know who it is in this big house, right?
Right.
So we're standing outside. The minister's on his way. All of a sudden, these 3 baby planes come flying low past us back and forth. And we just like, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, look, Allahu Akbar. And then all of a sudden, all 3 of them landed right in front of us. They didn't touch the grass. They were maybe like 2 feet up from the grass hovering. And they were perfectly spaced out. The shape of these baby planes were like, picture an egg standing up straight, but not that fat, a little bit skinnier than an egg, but not that fat. That was the shape of it. The color was like a dark matte black color metal. I didn't touch the metal, but it was metal. I could see it. It was the way it was shining. It looked like metal, some type of metal was there. So the front of the ship opened up the stairs. One tall black man got out. The uniforms they had on were like a Nehru collar, uh, uniform, one piece uniform, all the way down to the shoes. The shoes were a part of the uniform. It looked like leather material to me, but it wasn't leather. Once they came close to us, it wasn't leather. I thought it was leather, but it was some material of theirs that we don't have. There was some markings and lines on it that I never seen before. I never recognized, and all of them had bald face, sharp lining, bright eyes, bright teeth. Their faces were the cleanest faces I ever seen in my life. And when they gave all of us cheek to cheek, said Assalamu alaikum, I felt his hand in my hand, and I felt his face touch my face on both sides. His face, his skin on his face and in his hands was so soft. I never felt skin like that before. So the man that did the talking was in charge. He only talked to me. He asked me, "Where's the minister?" So I couldn't say nothing. I was shocked. I pointed to the house because the minister had gone in and started his meeting with somebody, whoever he was meeting with already.
Was your
The
mouth
man,
open? Like,
yeah. So the man in charge, he looked at the house. He looked at me. Then him and the two other angels walked over to the house, and they stood outside for hours like this, like they were on post, like this, for hours and hours until the minister was done. The minister started coming down from the stairs from the house. The one in charge who asked me, "Where's the minister?" He stood in front of the minister's door to his car. He didn't let him get in the car. He stood like this. He said, "Brother Minister, are you ready?" The minister looked at him. He looked at the other two angels. He looked around and seen the baby planes back there parked in the grass. Then at that point, he already knew he was being taken. He grabbed his suit jacket like this and said, "Yes, I'm ready." And then the angel in charge gently grabbed the minister's arm like this. The other angel went on the other side, and one stood in the back, and they escorted the minister into the baby plane of the brother that was in charge. And all three of them got in the other baby planes, and all the wheels took off just like that fast. And we was just looking up in the sky, and we couldn't do nothing. We was just looking. What you gonna do? We all knew it was coming. Why are you so shocked now? You thought God was lying? So I mean,
right.
that's what happened. And I explained that to the minister. He said that wasn't a dream. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
I didn't know. So, and then he told me, he said, "I don't want you to be the one to see me leave." And I was like, I'm sweating and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
I pray that Allah keeps me humble because I want to see that. If you've never seen that before, the scriptures talk about a man that's going to be beamed up and people will see him going into a cloud. It's in the scripture. Allah is not a liar and he's not mocked. You can't mock him. You can't make him a liar. He's the best knower. The scripture say all he has to do is say it did, it is. It is what it is. He's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And he's gonna escape a death plot again. And he'll be back in 3 years. 3 years is really not a long time. It'll be 1 year will be harder than the other two, but we'll make it. We hold on to what we'll make it. That's what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan
Look, look, preach the truth. Teach the truth, okay? Because it's already May.
said. Right.
What
Right.
happened to 2024, first
Yeah,
quarter?
exactly.
Right? Brother Arvence,
Yeah.
thank you. The responses, this is Amy. Amy Wright, sorry, this is beautiful, very powerful. Sister Donna, that's right. It's in the scriptures. Indeed, it is. Brother, your containment, and just the way that you're handling the assignment that you have, and also you saying yes to your assignment. Thank you so much for that, and being willing to share with us. Many have had their experiences, believe or know that they have seen as well, and some don't share. Some are still trying to figure out, is it live, is it Memorex, you know. But at the end of the day, when we hear you, it just, it's beautiful. Go ahead, Brother Arvin.
Praise be to Allah. So, I mean, if we can go into the other picture that I sent, I
Okay,
want to expand that.
I will. Let me just get to Brother Hoyle's question real quick. Brother Hoyle, thanks for your patience. Sister Donna thought she missed it. He wants to ask you, What is your take on Brother Ilya Rashad's awesome documentary? It's Answered, everyone, part 2.
Yeah, that's beautiful. My take on that, that's beautiful. That has to be shown at a certain point on cable television. The way we see all of these other documentaries from other
Right,
people, that
right.
has to be that has to be shown on everything, like television, movies, everywhere. It
Mhm.
has to be shown everywhere because that's the best documentary I ever seen. And I've seen some good ones. Before Ilya Rashad started bringing his out, the best one that I've seen before his was a documentary on the wheels called The Phenomenon.
Mm.
And if you all ever get the chance to watch that, that thing is, they interview adults in the UK who were children in grammar school. They were outside at recess, and this ship landed on their school ground in the wooded area. And they all ran to go see it.
Mm.
And the adults said that they were receiving some mental communication from the person that they seen get out of the ship,
Mm.
telling them to come with them. But the children were scared and they ran off. And the teachers saw it, everything, everybody saw it. So
Mm.
after the situation was over, the FBI and the government started reaching out to them, frightening them, telling them to be quiet and don't say nothing. They threatened teachers that you will never work again if you say something. If this is fake, why are you threatening
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
people? If this is fake, why are you the FBI coming to people's homes and the government threatening people, telling them don't say nothing about it if it's fake?
Yeah.
They know who they are. They know why they're here, and their job is to try to preserve their world and their fake power that they have because they don't want the whole entire world to rush after the messenger of God to follow him. If
Yeah.
they do that, it's really, really over.
They,
So the fight between Satan and God, the fight between the righteous and the unrighteous, that's what's happening right now. And both sides want to survive, so it's a battle. Satan is not going to give up like that. He never has. Read the scripture and
yeah.
read how Pharaoh chased the children of Israel through the water until
Come
they
on.
were drowned.
Come on.
You chased them until God killed you. You kept going. They're not going to give up, and
Yeah.
neither should we.
Yeah. He had to be stopped. Teach on that. It's like I heard student minister Dr. Ava Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with her, a star of God. She said, well, Satan has to go down fighting. He's going to go down fighting. To your point.
Exactly.
To your point. Let me hear and obey what you asked me to do. And everyone, get ready. Here it is. And put your questions here. Um, this next photograph right here. Woo, look at that. Brother Arvence, take it away.
So this happened uh, at the farm Wednesday, March 20th at 6:12 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to read the documentation that I wrote about this. After praying to Allah for more baby plane sightings and to bless me to be one of the witnesses of the departure of the Messiah, I seen three very bright white balls of light in a triangle formation directly over the minister's home sitting there. Once I noticed the formation, the whole triangle started to slowly move southeast. Then two of the baby planes disappeared, and the third one kept moving southeast over the track area, then disappeared. I saluted the angels on the baby planes. All praises due to Allah. So I was in the house. I was looking for the baby planes all night, literally. Nothing. Clear night sky, nothing moving, nothing shooting, nothing blinking on and off, nothing. I go in the house for a few minutes. I come back outside, look around, nothing. So I said, let me pray to Allah, who came in the person of Master Father Muhammad, to whom I praise is due forever, in the name of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in the name of the honorable minister Louis Farrakhan. Let me pray for them to come. Let me just pray and ask them to come. As soon as I finished praying, I had my eyes closed. As soon as I said, Ameen, I looked up over the minister's house, and this triangle formation was just sitting there. It was literally just sitting there. It wasn't there all night. It was just sitting there. And I stopped and I said, those three lights weren't there because I watch the skies every night, especially when there's a clear night. I know at what time of the night certain stars sit where because, the way everything is moving.
Right.
So this formation, it was out of place. And they were very, very bright, and it was out of place. And it was a triangle formation. So I stopped, I looked, and once I looked and realized what it was, the whole triangle started moving eastbound real slow. Then the last two on the far right of the formation, they faded out. The one to the far left kept going for a long time, and then that one faded out. So I documented that. That was amazing. That was amazing. It's something about this triangle formation that keeps popping up at the farm. Many
Wow.
years ago, I have on video. Inshallah, maybe next time I'll get to show that. I have
Okay.
on video. I have on my camcorder these red balls of light that were coming up from behind a tree line across the street from the farm, and they made a triangle formation, and they stopped and turned and straightened up and sat there. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna report it.
Right. And
So,
they were red. Wow.
yeah. So
Wow.
I mean,
This
they're
is
preparing us. I believe. No, I know. I know they're preparing us for their last trip. They're gonna make their last trip one day.
mm.
They're gonna make their last trip, and they're leaving with somebody, not without somebody.
Yeah. Not
It's
empty
gonna
handed.
happen.
Not
It's gonna
empty
happen.
handed.
By
Yeah.
Allah's grace and mercy, I'll be ready for it whenever it happens.
That's right, Brother Arvence. That's right. I was going to say, with a very precious package. Sister Sylvia asked, well, let me give you some comments first. Thank you all for commenting, for viewing. Spread the word. Brother Arvence is here with Liberated Sisters on Closing the Gap Network, Broadcast Network. Later on behalf of Closing the Gap, thank you, Student Minister James Muhammad, Brother Student Minister Chad Muhammad, Sister Starla Muhammad, for carrying our mother show and for also making it possible that we can be here. So I'll put a banner up for which you can, should you choose, support Closing the Gap with any financial donation you would. But here's some comments for you. This is Andre all day. He says that they come to him as well. He said, you are right. They come in dream form sometimes.
Yeah.
Kelvin Stevenson, I bear witness. I've seen them in action. Eric Muhammad says that just hearing your stories is enough to hold on to. And yeah, Andre all day again. He said, I talk with them too. And Sister Callie, yeah. Sister, you got to share your experience some more, Brother Andre. Sister Callie says, let him who has eyes see. He sees them in Flint. This brother sees them in Flint, Michigan. Yeah, Sister Sylvia, Sister Callie says this is true. Sister Sylvia Muhammad. Yes, sir. Go ahead,
I
Brother
know I'm
Arvin.
there.
Oh, I had a delay. Okay, my bad, my bad. Sister Sylvia, Assalamu alaikum. Have you been able to learn what the different colors mean when they appear? Red, blue, yellow, white.
Sometimes I know the white color usually appears when I'm really focusing on them and striving to communicate with them on that high level, fasting and a lot. I was reading Dr. Wesley's new book that he just came out with called Chariots of the Black God. As soon as I'm reading the first few pages, something tells me to go outside. And I go outside, I start looking around. I know the feeling by now, you know,
Yeah.
and that's another thing dealing with these pilots on these ships. They communicate to you in different ways. They can give you a feeling, ringing in the ear, a thought. You have to learn to listen to that and obey it. And sooner or later, something's going to start happening if it's not happening already. So I felt the feeling. Someone told me to go outside. I go outside. I looked up over the minister's house, and there they were. They disappeared and started moving around. So
Wow.
yellow, I don't know. They can show any color they want. I've seen blue lights. I've seen red lights. You know, I mean, one time at the farm, I walked out of the house. I always look in the skies, especially above the minister's house, right? I look above the minister's house. There's some clouds above his house and, you know, scattered throughout the farm. I see this white light shoot down from the sky through the clouds that's over the minister's house. It turned yellow and then it turned blue and shot off and went westbound. I saw that.
Wow.
I saw that.
Wow.
And another time at the farm, I was in the house for a few minutes. I come outside there's this cloud sitting off to the side of the minister's house, a big cloud just sitting there. And I stared and looked at it for a while. This is at nighttime. So I say the cloud is not even moving. It's
Right.
barely moving, really not really moving. So I said, okay, maybe I'm tripping, right? I started walking around, going to the house for a few minutes. I come back out, it's still right there. So I said, what's up with this cloud? And then something told me, look to the right over the minister's house. Again, I followed the thought. There's this white ball of light coming from behind the minister's house from west coming east. It gets over his house. It comes towards me. It goes to the cloud. It goes in the cloud, and it never came out. And then seconds later, the cloud started moving, and it left. I told the minister the next morning, and he said, you seen the cloud sitting there? I said, yes, sir. And he said, the light went in the cloud? I said, yes, sir. Then he said, the cloud, yeah. He said, the cloud left? I said, yes, sir, brother minister. He said, damn. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. It just happened. It was just shocking, you know. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought it was just a cloud, but clearly it wasn't.
You have seen some things. You are blessed to see these things. Thank you for being a caretaker of these. Here's something from Sister Callie, and I think I'm going to need to share screen because brother also sent a short video. And let me try to see if it'll play. Okay, but here's what Sister Callie just recently stated. Mother Tainetta Muhammad describes to me when they landed in her yard and spoke to her on 2 occasions. She told me what they said the first time, but did not tell me her second time they came. And thank you, Sister Callie. Her description, oh, here's another part. Her description was exactly the way brother described. Sister Latasha Muhammad says, all praise is due to Allah. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. Yes, again, thank you, Brother Arvence. Amazing. Every time I get a chance to see them. Brother Eric Muhammad says, praise be to Allah. We are truly blessed to be present in this time. Yes, yes, yes. In the presence of God, in the person of Master Father Muhammad. Let me see if I can play that video. No, it's not playing. So I'm going to attempt to share the screen. Okay. So, let me first gotta see what's on my desktop. Got my business on my desktop, brother. Let me look over there. Okay, that's just my movie. Okay, let's see. And thank you all for bearing with my production here. Where is it? Is it here? Okay, I'm going to share it. Okay, so well, wait 1 second. Put the Jeopardy music on, right? Here we go. You won't be disappointed. My brother Arvence, thank you for, man, God, he just got such great documentation. Okay, so share, hold on, present. Let me see, present, share screen. All right, let me share this. Oh, okay, here we go.
Wagba. 6:18. This is Brother Arvence.
Okay.
I'm at the farm Friday, April 5th, 6:18 in the morning. This baby plane just came on behind the minister's home. It's traveling eastbound. It's just going over my head. Allahu Akbar. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Allahu Akbar. Thank you. Thank you, dear angels. Thank you.
Allahu Akbar. So what happened?
6:18. This is Brother Arvence. I'm at the farm Friday, April 5th, 6:18 in the morning. This baby
Over
plane
my head.
behind the minister's home.
A burst of light at me.
Just going over my head. Allahu Akbar. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
When it comes back into view, that's
Allahu
when it
Akbar.
broke.
Thank you.
It's kind of hard to see now, but maybe I'll post it later. But
So
I documented that happened at the farm Friday, April 5th, 2024 at 6:18 p.m. And I wrote down, as I stood outside searching for more baby planes, I noticed a very bright white ball of light approaching from behind the minister's home. As the light came closer, I noticed that it was a baby plane lit up very brightly. The baby plane traveled eastbound until it was out of sight. When the baby plane flew overhead, it let off two bright white flashes of light over my head, then slowly flew out of sight. I saluted the angels on the baby plane. The angels allowed me to take video footage of this sighting. All praises due to Allah. And that's the video that we just watched.
That
And
is something. That is something. Yeah, I played it twice. You know, we have a few more minutes. The rest of the presentation, Brother Arvence is here. We have 15 more minutes. Any questions, any comments you want to ask him about, please? He has extensive experiences with these. He's our he was designated the official wheel watcher. How does that make you feel? You know, and over time you've gotten more precise.
It made me nervous when the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan told me that. And then to make me even more nervous, he told me that in front of a group of people. And I was looking around like, oh my God. So it just made me nervous. And hearing that kind of confirmation, it's like, you know, it's almost like when Master Father Muhammad, whom I praise and do forever, told the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know, about his assignment. And he told him, why don't you go and get the big name? You're the one, I'm sending you, you know? And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was successful because of his obedience to Allah. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is successful because of his obedience to Allah. And these are two great examples for all of us on the planet to follow if you want the best out of all of this. It has nothing to do with religion. I believe in this, you believe in that. It has nothing to do with that. Because at the end of the day, every human being that is alive on our planet, you have to obey the Lord of the world. You have to. If you do, you have good coming to you. If you don't, you have some chastisement coming to you. You know, if you disobey your mother or father or whoever your caretaker is when you were a child, didn't you get a whooping? Didn't you get talked to for so long until that whooping came that made you stop doing what you were doing? So, I mean,
well, not me, but
how much worse could that be with the Lord of the world?
Right. Ooh,
yeah, ever since our last interview in November, I've documented approximately 77 sightings with a total of 88 baby planes.
Allahu Akbar. Wow.
All the way up until April 25th, which was about a week ago.
Us increasing. Oh my God. Rapid. Allahu Akbar. You know, Sister Tawan, brother, that is phenomenal. You know, Sister Tawan asks, have you ever been taken in the wheel? You know, when you talk to us about the experience you had in your room.
I don't know. I don't.
In your room. But anyway, that's her question. That made me think about that experience you shared.
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind as well. That question pops up a lot from a lot of different people. Mm-hmm. And if I was, I don't remember anything. I'm not allowed to remember anything if I was. Right. But I do remember the experience that I had in my bedroom at home, where these two shadowy figured men walked out of my closet, stood at my bed, and ordered me to come with them. I didn't get right up because I'm trying to see who it is. I couldn't see anything. Couldn't see their face, couldn't see anything. And the one who did all the talking, he was the one in charge, I could tell. And the spirit was, they were sent from somebody or somewhere to come to me, and they ordered me to come with them. I didn't get right up. I was being hurried along. That's another thing that I remember. There wasn't time to waste. I was being hurried along. I didn't get right up. I stood at the edge of my bed. I'm looking, and the one that was in charge that told me to get up, he said, get up. And I didn't get right up. He points at me like this and point at my door as to say, I'm not going to tell you again. So I'm like, okay, let me get up. You know, I stood up. They faced apart and let me stand in between them. They escorted me out of my bedroom door, through my apartment, through my kitchen. They opened up the back door. The one in charge in front, he opened up my back door. And I remember seeing my back porch. They led me through the door, and that's all I remember. In my mind, I just knew they were taking me to a baby plane. I didn't know where we was going after that, of course. I wasn't allowed to see anything past my back doors. That's all I remember. And I went to the farm a few days after that experience, and the minister was outside at that time. And I go to give him the greetings and bow, just give him the greetings. He looked at me. He said, "It's good to see you, brother." I said, "Yes, sir. It's good to see you, brother minister." He said, "Brother, have you been to the wheel?" I said, "No, sir." He said, "You sure?" I said, "Yes, sir, brother minister. I'm sure." He said, "I don't know. You might be able to tell me how to get around." And I said, "I don't know, brother minister." He said, "You might even be able to tell me when I'm leaving." I said, "I don't know, brother minister." That's one thing. I'm not gonna make up nothing and lie to him or nobody else. I'm only gonna share what Allah shows me. I bear witness. This is real. You can't call God a liar. You can't make this fake. You can't.
Yeah.
And
wow.
I'm so happy to see Sister Callie on here. Sister Callie interviews are just amazing. She fires me up. I love it.
That is beautiful. Yeah. And also, I apologize. I said Sister Tawan had asked that question, but it was actually Sister Kava, Sister Shava. I just Kava. Thank you for that. Here's Vincent Sonye or Soniat. Pardon me, Brother Vincent, but he says, Brother Arvence, we appreciate you so much. Does having verifiable truth help your struggle spiritually or overall strength and belief?
Yes. This experience graduates my belief from belief to knowing. It solidifies the fact that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is not physically dead, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was summoned to the wheel to hear the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's voice in 1985. To tell the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan what the sitting president in 1985 was planning against people and who he was meeting with in secret. See, if a man so-called died 10 years ago, how can he tell you what's happening in your time right now? You can't do that. That's proof alone. You see? And it was true. This is not something that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan made up. It's true. And it was in the newspapers, he said. So, I mean, he came back with a message that he didn't have once he was summoned there. He came back with something. It doesn't get any more real than that. You see? Yeah. So these experiences, they make me stronger personally. They strengthen my faith. And the studying and the life-giving teachers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad that I don't do nothing different than what everyone else does. But when I study, this is more confirmation for me. I'm reading what's happening at the farm over the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's house. How can you fake that? How can you make it up? You know, and there's a couple of people online that write comments in some of the videos, the interviews that I've done, and say, "This man is a nut." I just laugh and say, "I can prove that I'm not. Can you prove that I am?" And then the conversation stops. See, the enemy has people out here on social media everywhere to so-called try to debunk or make you a liar or make you look crazy.
Yeah.
If you tell to what God is doing and what Allah is showing you, it's not crazy, because he's not crazy. He's the best knower. You either take it or let it alone. I'm taking all of it. I bear witness to all of it.
Everything.
And I pray to Allah to make me stronger. And I pray to Allah to make me one of his strongest souls is during the departure of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because I know who saved Brother Arvence's life. I know who taught Brother Arvence about himself, about Jesus, about Muhammad, about Satan, about God, about everything. We used to be ignorant people, but now we're not anymore. Somebody's responsible for that.
Didn't happen in a vacuum. We didn't just pop up like this. That's right, Brother Arvin. Say that. Say that. Here's Sister Callie. And Sister Callie said, "I love you too. You are so truthful. I really know this." And she also says, "Many of the believers have had experiences with the planes, and it will be revealed when it is time. They will not let you remember until it is time."
I feel that. I feel that. No matter how many times I tried so hard to remember some things that I can't remember in a lot of experiences, but the more I try, the further away it gets away from me. Until I made up my mind like a couple of months ago. I said, I quit. I'm not gonna, just let it happen, And once I made that decision, the thought came in mind, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's words when he talked about how the things that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught him and put in him,
Right.
he said after he found out the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was still physically alive, and after his experience on the wheel, he said that's when a lot of things started becoming more clear. And he said that's when he found out everything had a time lock on it. So, Sister Callie, you're right. The minister said there's a time lock on all of it. Time. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said time will vindicate the minister. And I looked at my experiences from the year 2000 all the way up until now. You know, a lot of people called me crazy in the early days. A lot of people laughed at me in my face, behind my back. You see, but now people don't really laugh too much no more. And
right.
by now, it's pretty known that when Brother Arvence say he's seen something, you know he's not lying or joking. And if I'm at the farm and I'm looking at something and I run in the house and tell everybody, everybody's coming out. Why? It's not because of me. It's because of what I was taught. It's physically showing and making somebody bear witness to. Once you come out and see it, you can't call it a lie. It's right there.
And you didn't put it there. Well, you kind of could. Sometimes you call them.
Right. So it is what it is. You're right, Sister Callie. There's a time lock on all of it.
Yeah. Brother Arvence, I want to, there's one picture I forgot to load. So I'm going to share screen, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to share screen. Hold on, because I don't want to shortchange on anything that you want the viewers to have. So let's one moment. Look at it. Okay. I'm so sorry, you all. Let me figure it out, okay?
No problem.
It's right there. But Brother Arvence, go ahead, continue on sharing. You have the floor, or the mic, as we would say, as I get the photograph.
Yes. So in 2023, last year, we actually spotted the mother plane at the farm, I think about 3 times. And one of those times, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan asked me the next day, he asked me, did I see it? And this particular picture, this happened on August 19, 2021 at 8:41 p.m. So this what happened. Earlier that day, I seen 2 baby planes. One at 5:38 a.m. and another one at 5:42 a.m. So I'm outside early that morning, walking around, moving around. It gets really bright outside. I'm outside. I go in the house for maybe about an hour, hour and a half. I come back outside and this thing is sitting there. There was nothing in the sky all day, literally nowhere. I come outside, this shape is just sitting there. It's not moving, it's sitting there. It's literally not moving for hours and hours. It's just sitting there in the eastern sky, right at the edge of the farm. It's just sitting there. So I stared at it and I said, oh my God, that looked like the mother wheel, because I remember someone saying that Mother Tynetta said that when you see these shaped clouds that have light inside of it and color, that's the mother wheel, that's not clouds. So it was about to get really dark outside. It's late in the evening. It's about to be really dark in a few minutes. It's about to be pitch black outside. So if you see the shape in the middle, that's where the light appears to be coming from. It's lit up from the inside. Now, if that was the sun shining on it, why isn't the rest of these so-called cloud formations around it lit up? You see what I'm saying? And if you look to the top and to the left, you see the thickness and the sharpness of the edges, as though the clouds are covering up certain parts of the thickness or the height of whatever's inside of it, what appears to be the mother wheel. It's just sitting there. I took a video of it and I sent it to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in 2021. He watched it. I didn't get any feedback, but I'm pretty sure he got something from it, because in 2023, we seen this same cloud in 3 different forms. 2 times, the cloud was totally black. And I was outside in front of the minister's house this one particular time. This cloud, this rounded shaped cloud, clear sky, literally clear sky all day. This big black cloud starts coming over the Minister home and the farm. It starts getting windy and dark. I started putting up everything because I thought we were about to have a thunderstorm or something. And once I get to the other end of the farm, on the other side of the property, putting up things, I see the whole shape, and it's huge, long, rounded off right in the front. This big cloud thing, it just came right over the farm. It never rained, never stormed. And it came right over and just left and kept going and went eastbound. And I was like, what the heck was that? So the next day, the minister asked me, he said, brother, did you see that cloud that they said came? I said, yes, sir, brother minister. I thought it was going to start thunderstorming, and it was really black, and the wind started kicking up. I said, so I started putting things up. He said, how did it look? What did you see? What do you think? So now the minister's picking my brain for details. I don't know if he's trying to find out if they're trying to send him a message. I don't know, but I told him what I thought. I said, it felt like something was getting ready to happen, but it didn't. I said, I felt a presence. I felt something, but, I thought it was going to storm or something, start hailing or something. So I started putting things up and packing things up. I didn't want anything to get damaged, the wind to break anything or anything like that. So I told him once I got on the other end of the property, I seen the shape of it, and it just came right over the farm and just kept going and moving. And then it was bright outside again. Clear, bright sky again, no wind, no nothing. And I gave him all of the details. He said, I see. And then that was the end of the conversation. I was dismissed. So he got something out of it. Whatever it was, Allah always talks to him, always. And whenever he opens his mouth, the guidance that comes from the Supreme Being through his mouth is what that is.
Yeah.
He's divine man. You take it or leave it alone. Take it or let it alone. He is a divine man, and there's a reason why he's still alive. And he will be alive on his departure. And those who are trying to kill him, you will not be successful. You will die before he dies anytime soon.
Check this out. This is weird. The image just popped out of screen. And I don't have an indication that anyone else is controlling the studio but me. So that's amazing. It just left. It just went. It removed. It was removed from the screen. Wow, from the presentation.
And
Interesting.
that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
when Archon is taken up, that's exactly what's gonna happen. He will be removed from the presentation among us. And he'll return in 3 years.
I'm like, go, minister, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, because he's going to get his reward, right?
Yeah.
Come on. We know what we have to do. We have to stay on our posts, pray that we don't turn back on our heels. Yeah. Be found doing what we should be found doing, and pray to be here on his return. Oh, Brother Arvence, there was a couple of questions for you before, but Brother Arvence, before we close out, I want to make sure that you share everything that you intended to. Brother Eugene, ex Larry. Oh, Brother Eugene, I'm sorry. In my mind, I answered that. He had just answered it, and I was about to post your question and say that he actually just answered it. But Brother Arvence, let's let you respond to him.
What's the question?
He had asked. He's asking if you shared with the minister what happened in your room and what was his response, and you had given it to us in detail. That
Right. I never got the chance to share that with him to this day. But when I seen him days later, he looked at me and said, brother, have you been to the wheel? And I said, no, sir, because I don't recall being there. He said, you sure? I said, yes, sir. He said, I don't know, brother. Maybe you can tell me how to get around. You might be able to tell me when I'm leaving. I said, I don't know, brother.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Let me go to this other part, and I'll let I will let you respond to it. I think it might have been taken out. Oh, well, actually, it One thing you should know about we're not cowards. Okay. We don't shy away from quote unquote controversial questions. But, we're not here to convince anyone of anything. I didn't invite Brother Arvence to entertain silly questions, if you will. And so we are of the belief here at Liberated Sisters and the knowledge that if the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said and says a thing, it is. Period. So, Brother Arvence, I just wanted to just make that plain because I felt that I needed to do that. Okay. And so let me go on to some of the questions that I think deserve your attention and comments. So I think pretty much that's all the questions that we have. Brother Arvence, was there anything else that you would want to share before, inshallah, your return again?
I mean, I just want to let everyone know to keep studying the life-giving teachers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Keep listening to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Keep listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Study scripture as much as you can because there's so much happening and Allah is picking up the pace. If you watch the events around the world, there's earthquakes, weather patterns happening everywhere. Civil wars breaking out in the United States of America. Whether you pay attention, it's happening. And it's tripped out because last summer of 2023, the minister told me, he said civil war is going to break out. And I said, yes, sir. I didn't know when. He didn't say when, but I knew it was going to happen because he said it.
Right.
So the next year, which is 2024, we see it on the news.
Yeah.
How much do you need 69 years of prophesizing what's going to happen, when and where and how? And he always hits the nail on the head, if you will. You need to listen to somebody like that because they're not talking out of the side of their brain, making up stuff. They're not crazy. They're not a madman or, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah,
check
hold on.
The man's record, okay?
Yes.
The grace and mercy, the help and the backing of Allah and his messenger, the Christ, now the Mahdi, he rebuilt the nation of Islam. We wouldn't even be here. First of all, not even just like here gathering, but probably breathing. How about that? So,
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing more that the minister has to do, but I guess rhetorically, I will say, what more does he have to do?
What more? Man, that's why Allah has to take him. That's why Allah has to take him from among our presence to really, really show us. He was really telling the truth. Mercy and grace doesn't last forever. So 2025 marks the 70th year of the work of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And if you look at chapter 70 in the Holy Quran, chapter 70 is entitled The Ways of Ascent. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been telling us for many, many years about his upcoming ascension. I looked up in the dictionary the word ascent. There's two definitions that comes up. Listen to this. One of them says a climb or a walk to the summit of a mountain or hill. The second one says an instance of rising through the air, ascent. So with the scripture saying that the Son of Man will be beamed up, and there are those who saw him go up into a cloud. I mean, it's just wait and see. Somebody gonna be able to bear witness and show proof, pictures and video, and bear witness. Because everyone who thinks this is made up, everyone who thinks this is some religious stuff, some cult stuff, some lie or something like that, you don't want to believe it, but reality is real. You're gonna have to face it. And at a certain point, none of us are gonna be able to tell the Lord of the world that we didn't know.
I didn't know.
Our own hands, the scriptures say, will bear witness against us. We knew, we just didn't want to do right. We just didn't want to hear and obey. We just wanted to push it to the side and keep doing whatever we're doing other than changing our ways to become a better person so that we can survive what's coming.
Come on.
So we don't have too much time. Just imagine if in that 70th year he's gone.
Mm.
You know, just as and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said to brother student minister Abdul Malik in LA. He said that the minister told him about, you know, maybe he won't be here next Savior's Day.
Okay.
You know,
I was going to say that, but I didn't know about you. I'm so glad you did, because I was saying, was it in a believer's meeting? Was it? It was public. He did say
yeah.
that.
So, I mean, and right after Savior's Day, the minister told us at the farm, he said, I'm done talking. What
Mm.
more does he have to say? We want him to come out every Savior's Day, every holy day, you know, come to the mosque, teach. What more
Yeah.
does he have to say? He's giving us, go back on YouTube and look at the old Final Call lectures. You'll learn a lot just from that. We can't exhaust the wisdom of Allah. There's so much that has been said by the Honorable Minister Farrakhan alone, by the most
Right.
Honorable Elijah alone.
Come
So
on.
study,
Yes.
study. Go deeper, keep going deeper, keep studying, and let Allah help us to clean up our lives.
That's right. And keep him in prayer. And Mother Khadijah Farrakhan, his lovely wife and family. Man, they give us everything. Brother Arvin,
Absolutely.
let me just give, I think, a couple of questions. That's right. One question, and then also a comment. Okay, I'll do the comments first, and then we'll go out on the questions, and I'll show as you share your information, if people want to reach out to you, some of the pictures you gave. So Sister Donna says, yes, what else does he need to give? Brother Hoyle, Minister Farrakhan has given us the cheat sheet for the test in this dark hour. We gave us an outright open book examination.
Exactly. You fail, you literally didn't even try. Literally.
You just didn't look at the paper. Or the example, we got math, we got data, we got explanations, we got definitions, we got everything. My daughter, Sister Donna says, had a dream when she was younger that she was on the wheel and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was present. And as they traveled, he showed her war was raging on the earth. That was a lot of years ago. Thank you, Sister Donna. There was a question, Sister Kava. Are you nervous, Brother Arvence, when you have the encounters, or are you comfortable with the presence of the people on the wheel? Maybe, oh, he surely was chosen, but that's her question. Maybe you were chosen.
I'm not ever nervous with them. I recall one time I was nervous after the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan told me in 3 different times that I have the ability to call them and they will respond to me. After he said it the third time, he was in the house. And I was like, why do you keep telling me that? I was like, it's something I got to figure out. I didn't know how to figure it out or nothing like that. So that same night, I go to sleep at the farm. I have a dream about what he just told me. The dream woke me up. Something said, run out on the front porch. I'm barefoot. I hop out of the bed. I run out on the front porch. I looked up in the sky. Stars were everywhere. I held my hands up like this, and I prayed in the name of Master Father Muhammad, to whom I praise to do forever, in the name of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in the name of the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I said, please show yourself to me, angels, please. As soon as I finished, a big white light popped on over my head. It started off to the minister house and disappeared. That was the first time that it actually worked. After the minister told me that I could do it, that was the first time I tried it. And that was the first time they scared me and I ran in the house. So every other time after that, I'm not nervous. These angels of these ships, they're the ones who make you more comfortable. They're the ones who are in control of the process if you submit to it. They make you more comfortable. They're the ones who teach you how to communicate with them. They teach you how to listen to the feelings and the thoughts that they give you, to look in a certain direction or to come outside. You know, they're the ones who give you this. If you learn how to listen to it, your communication between yourself and them will get stronger, and you will see them more and more and more everywhere you go. It'll get to the point where if you call them and think about them, they'll just come. They'll start. They're the ones who strengthen that communication and teach you how to communicate with them. Because the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the only thing that these pilots know is perfect obedience to Allah. They don't know anything else. They weren't made like that. They don't even know how to think about disobeying. They don't know how. I wish we were like that. But, you know, since that's the thing that they know, they're on that high, godly, spiritual level. They can't come down to where we are. We have to go up to where they are. So that's the whole thing of Teachers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Studying that is preparing us, our own ascent, right, to Allah spiritually. And these angels on these pilots, they have everything to do with that. So if you see them, don't be afraid. Practice calling out to them in the name of Master Father Muhammad, whom my praises are due forever, in the name of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and in the name of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Practice it. Sooner or later, something's going to happen. You're going to see something. I promise you. It works every time. It works every time. Over the many years, over 10 years now, it's gotten to the point, if I think about it, if I look in the sky and think about them, I rarely have to do this anymore. I just look in the sky and think it, and then they start popping up. Sometimes just shoot over the minister's house so fast, it's like, wow, you know? And sometimes lately what they've been doing arms is appearing over the minister's home. Don't even move, it just appears, shoot off a bunch of different lights and just disappear without moving. What is that? Is that a satellite too? Everything's a satellite. 20,000 feet, 10,000 feet in the sky, everything's a satellite. So no, it is what it is, and it's true. So Most Honorable Elijah teaches that these ships, along with the mother wheel, was launched into orbit in 1929. So they've been around since 1929. America and everybody else, you late to the party. Don't tell us we lying. We're the only and the first ones who brought it to the world. And we bear witness to the God. So it is what it is. But that, I don't get nervous anymore. I treat this as though I'm witnessing family members at a family reunion that I haven't seen. That's the way I feel. I'm happy, I'm excited. I mean, it's just like being a child, haven't seen their parents in years or something. It's just always, I get so much energy from them. It's such a beautiful connection. And I know that they're the ones that control it. And Allah's the controller. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Sister Dawn is taking the words right out of my mouth. That is beautiful. You know, wow. I had shown the picture with 3 things because, like you told us, as soon as you said I mean, you looked up and they were there. You know, I think one more question, and then I'll put a post up that I love the way the sister reiterated what you shared, what we're saying regarding our minister, the minister, and then we will close out, and then God willing, at another time, should Brother Arvence be willing and able to bring him back. But I think I hear you trying to speak.
Yes.
Okay. You had any? Oh, it's just a tape. I can't now.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I want to take this time to thank everyone. They know who they are. I won't mention their names because we're at a time of war right now. And the believers are being attacked. There's little attacks happening here and there. I won't give on those details, but after Savior's Day, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan mentioned to us, he said, because of the message that he gave and the way that Allah ordered him to give it, he said, after Savior's Day, the enemy will be attacking the believers, and little attacks will start here and there, and they will just ramp up. That's been happening. We won't go into details, but that's been happening. But I mean, we're not afraid of it. Allah backs us. This is Allah's doing. So all of those here in Chicago and elsewhere that has been aiding me in my process, I sincerely thank you. I won't mention your names because we don't want the enemy to know who to attack and when. You know who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also, I want to thank Sister Anura here in Chicago because I bought a painting from her that she made, but I think that Allah inspired her to paint this. When I seen it on her social media page, I had to have it. So I have the painting here, and this painting is a painting of the baby planes. There's 5 of them, and if you pay attention, this big baby plane in the foreground, there's lights beaming someone up. You see that? That's a person. there's light beaming a person up, and then above it, here there's a crown above it. So who's going to be beamed up to receive their crown and to be given a new book of wisdom to bring back to us? That the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said he'll have a little thin book full of wisdom that will be the guidance for the next 10,000 years on our planet. Our brother is going to be given that. So I believe Allah inspired Sister Nura to paint this. And I just want to thank her for painting it. And I placed this in my home so that when I come in, this is one of the first things I see. I always think about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the things that he's been telling me. So I just wanted to thank Sister Nura for this spiritual painting right here. I just wanted to publicly thank our sister for this. So that's amazing. And yeah, I will continue to bear witness. Like I said, things are happening every week, at least once a month at the latest. If I don't see baby planes for 2 weeks, that's a long time for me. You know, many have asked me and said, when was the last time you seen them? I'm like, man, I ain't seen them in a while. How long has it been, man? It's been 2 weeks. They're like, 2 weeks? That's long for you? I'm like, yeah. So, I mean, I've witnessed them. They begin coming to my apartment that I'm in now. When I'm outside in the backyard, I look up and think about them and ask them to come. Sometimes the light pops on over a star and goes out. Sometimes they come in formation and fly over the house and then disappear. I mean, they do a lot. They do a lot. And the Honorable Minister told me that they're looking out for us. What better friends could you have? Those are real friends. We call them regular people friends. These are your real friends.
Right. Not our Facebook friends. You might have gone out, but
exactly.
Allah. Brother Arvence, please come back again, please.
I will, absolutely. And I want to do more interviews. I'm gonna link up with Brother Elliot and so that we can figure out something, so that I can give a few testimonies to our brother. I have 10 years of documentation that I haven't shared. I have at least 20 to 25 different videos of video footage at the farm of these ships coming. I mean, it's so much that needs to come out. And just like somebody said, there's a time like this. Sister Callie, she said there's a time lock on it. She's right. Yeah, I've held this for many years. You couldn't have paid me no amount of money when I first joined the nation in the year 2000. You couldn't have paid me no amount of money to tell me that I'll be at this level. I was just so happy to be FOI. I was happy. I still am.
Right.
But I was just so happy I'm 19 and I get to do things like this. I know what's happening. My peers at the time we just graduated from high school, they went straight back to the street. I didn't. So Allah gave myself and all of us a new take on life and even a new mind, see different things the way they are, and we not being lied to, because the lies that come to us, it doesn't work. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said you have to have Allah on the doorpost of your ears and your heart to keep the wrong things from, and to keep you from being turned from the right way. So as long as we keep studying and strive hard every day to do better than yesterday, we'll make it. Hold on to what you've been taught. Don't worry about it. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is going to be just fine, and we will too. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that when he's gone to the will, he said he will be praying for us from where he is for our success. He's still gonna be thinking about us. I mean, if that's not love, I don't know what is.
Yeah. What a man. It could be like, I'm out by see you. He's not wired that way. I think based on what you're saying, this would be, I want to go back to, I think it's Sister Shahada. She had something. Yeah, Shaheen. I'm so sorry. Brother Arvence? Oh, the tape is going back. We can close out for now. Sister Shahada, the minister has run the race, and has fought the good fight. All praises due to Allah. Lays up for him a crown, and he goes to his father to receive it. Yes, and Sister Alnura's her artwork was so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was really powerful. You got it. Any closing remark, Brother Arvence, for today?
Keep listening. Keep listening to the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan. Keep listening to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I will continue to bear witness. I have it in my mind and in my heart. Only physical death can stop me, because I was told what to do, and soldiers follow their last instructions. So I will keep going with the help of Allah. And just hold on, family. We're gonna be all right. Just don't, keep Allah in your mind. Master Father Muhammad, to whom I praise is due forever. We are the few people on the planet that believe in who he is, and that's the reality of it. So just hold on, and we're gonna be all right. Just hold on. And if anyone wants to reach out to me, tell me their experiences, you can email me at theannouncement17@gmail. theannouncement17@gmail. And I have a YouTube channel where I post different videos and of myself and others, but I post video footage of the wheels, that some of them that I have, and I will be posting more. And my YouTube channel is The Announcement 19. So go there, subscribe, so you can hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time something gets uploaded. And I'm working on some things, and I'm going to be given permission soon to release some things. And with Allah's help, as time unlocks things and time unlocks assignments and everything like that, we'll see what's been happening at the farm on video. Inshallah. Yeah, so I'm just being humble through all of this. Like I said, none of this is about me. It's about us. It's about Allah. It's about the life-giving teachers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I thank Allah for blessing me to even be able to be in this existence in this manner. Don't be too hard on yourself, family, and strive, take it day by day. We're going to make it. We're going to be all right. And some people have asked me about writing a book. I'm happy to announce I have finally started writing notes for a book. And I don't know when I'm going to be done. Like I said, there's at least 10 years worth of stuff. I don't know how I'm going to fit all of that in one book. I don't know. Maybe there are going to be many different volumes. So that's another time lock. However that's going to come about, however that's going to be released, Allah's in control of everything. I'm striving to obey in all of this whole process, and just let it happen and do as I'm told. If I get a feeling or anything like that, just follow my first mind.
Wonderful. Everyone, there's his info at the bottom. If you want to donate to him, assist him in any way, just talk about your own experience, what have you. There's his information. Brother Arvence, thank you so much. By the engagement, if I had some sense, I'd probably keep you on. But I asked for an hour, and I also want to be respectful. But inshallah, Liberated Sisters are Closing the Gap looks forward to having you back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you again. Thank you for having me for the third time. And this is a blessing. This is a blessing. If anyone wants to interview me, ask me questions, just let me know. I mean, Allah talks about in the Quran how he doesn't want us to withhold a testimony for him. He doesn't like that. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan told us around him, he said, I don't like silent witnesses around me. He don't like silent witnesses. He gave us the order from himself. He wants us to tell people what he tells us, what we can share. He said, tell it. You never know, that word might help somebody that came from me that they've been just waiting on all their life. He said, you never know. He said, don't hold it. He said, tell it. So I'm telling it. And if somebody don't like it, they just don't like it. I mean, I have to do what he say. Not he's the messenger of God.
Yeah.
Nobody else. So I mean,
that's right. That's right. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. We have a mass audience today. I'm so honored by that, and I know it's because of our guest honor. And so reach out to him, and thank you all for what you share, what you said, what you spread, letting somebody know we're on. And when Brother Arvence returns, please have some experiences maybe that if you have pictures or video you want to send to us, and we can get his take on it. Okay, we have the official Will Watcher right here. Brother Arvence, may I continue to bless you. Thank you. You put a lot on my mind.
Oh, praise and do so lot. Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Everyone, that's our presentation today. I'm Sister Charlene Muhammad with its Thank You Closing the Gap broadcast network. And remember to donate to them. And please, anything you would love to share with us, please do and support him. I'm going to show some of the images I pray that he shared with us as we close out the show today. Okay, let me put that in before I go out. This is not the restroom for sure, but we never leave you with something blank. Let me here. Let me share his images. And again, thank you all. I'll put some theme music on as well. Oh, my has been going in and look at that. It's not even letting me add it. That's something we plan and allow plans. Oh, there it is. Okay, everybody. I need a producer. I do pretty good. I just need to have more bandwidth, you know. I keep adding it and taking it away. Here it is. Please receive Brother Arvence's information about him. You all just, it's coming. Maybe if I go out. They're trying to load, okay? The pictures shared are trying to load. I'll share a screen. Hold on. Ooh, I'm going to do this. There it is.
Allahu Akbar. 618. This is Brother Arvence. I'm at the phone. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Allahu Akbar. Thank you. Thank you, the angels. Thank you.